Sai Baba, when did you reach God? God gives you what you secretly desire. It is time for you to begin desiring what God in His grace is able to give you. As long as you are busy with your own things, and as long as you allow yourself to be busy, your life is subject to the corresponding laws. You attract what you align yourself with. Whatever you orient yourself towards moves towards you. Anyone who looks for answers in this world will receive answers from this world. Anyone who expands their perception and looks for solutions beyond this level will find the solution there. Both are permissible and correspond to a person's consciousness. What do you focus on? What are your units of measurement and parameters? How close do you really want to be to God, and how close have you already gotten to God? Where are you now? Have you consecrated your life to God? Do you go the direct route, or do you need an intermediary? Do you consider yourself worthy of receiving God's grace? Do you love yourself like you love your neighbor and God? Where are your thoughts during the day? Is God the focus, or is your everyday life overshadowed by activities in which you forget God? What role does God play when there is nothing to do? What importance does God have when things are going well and no urgent prayer is necessary? How far has your longing for God awakened? And how far do you let it carry you? Do you separate into divine and non-divine? Can you penetrate the veil of ignorance or lift it in moments of light? What do you really want? What do you want to live? Who do you want to be, and who are you really? And finally, where are you now? Then you have reached God, a loved person. All questions lead to one answer. You live with your questions and the answers until one day you recognize God as the only reality. This is how people's lives are shaped. Lessons are given and tests are mastered. The great learning and awakening takes place at all levels. Becoming conscious has affected all of humanity, and every person is adapting to it according to their abilities and mental maturity. No one is exempt from the changes now occurring on Earth. The difference lies in the individual closeness or distance to God. The closer you are to God, the more relaxed you will experience this time. Only the distance from God creates the impression that you are in a godless world and that you were born into a godless time. God is the only reality. The new earth is formed out of God and humanity is reborn. Everything that is now building up darkly and looming darkly is the magnifying glass in which the new humanity will be perfected, because the old does not leave this world through the back door. Loved people, 𝐓𝐿𝐸, dig deep and keep digging until you find answers to your questions. Reaching God should be your only ambition and motivation. As soon as everything calms down inside you, and the waves on the ocean of your soul begin to dance for you, you have reached God. Greetings. We are the Arcturian Council. We are pleased to connect with all of you. We know what you are going through there on Earth can be quite challenging at times, and we know that you may need to remind yourselves to not let what you are going through in any given moment get to you, because we have seen what happens when you do. When you let your life circumstances drag you down vibrationally, you then cannot get the answers that you need. You cannot see or think or feel your way out of where you find yourselves because you are so focused on the reality of your situation being what it is. When you get down in the muck and the mire, you forget that you create the problem for yourself in order to grow from it. You forget in those moments that every problem must have a solution in this universe of duality. You need reminders at times from beings and collectives like ourselves that there is always a way out, and the way out is usually to go up. In other words, if you take your attention off of what has been putting you in that funk long enough and go and do something playful and fun for a while, that's when your vibration will naturally rise up so that the solution, the answer, can find its way to you and you can find your way to it. We are not talking about sticking your head in the sand or pretending something isn't real when it truly is, because you are there to face that challenge that is in front of you, but you are also there to face it in a different way than you have ever faced it before. That is what makes this lifetime different from all the others. You have different tools in this lifetime. You have better strategies in this lifetime. You have incorporated teachings that are new to you in this lifetime. And so you cannot fight your way out of a lower vibration space, but you can allow yourself at times to go down to rock bottom if you need to, in order to fully surrender, to fully let go. And some people do take that route, but if you can get yourself out of a funk for a little while by watching a video that makes you laugh, or by getting into the ocean, or walking in the forest, then do so. If you know you will be uplifted by calling your very loving, compassionate, and down-to-earth friend, then do so. You don't have to go through what you are going through all alone, and you don't have to struggle your way out of that hole that you find yourself in. It is important for you to recognize that things are always changing and changing for the better. And therefore your circumstances will change if you allow them to by taking your attention off of them. Otherwise, you may find a solution that is a temporary fix, but then you will find yourself with the same circumstances or very similar circumstances not too far down the road. And so you want to recognize that it is always a good idea to raise your vibration, even if you are just doing it to give yourself a sense of relief. Even if you don't expect to get the solution to your particular problem by doing something, do it anyway. Do it for the momentary relief that you will get. Let yourself have a break from the problems you have created in your life, because you simply enjoy feeling better for those moments when you're not focusing on it. And you will change the circumstances by changing yourself. And this can be applied to every single problem, every single scenario that is in your life, or that ever will be. We know this because we have observed enough of you, and because we have our own physical experiences and our past histories to draw upon. We are the Arcturian Council, and we have enjoyed connecting with you.